In 2020, the Houston Astros became public enemy #1 in baseball, as it was revealed that the team used an illegal sign-stealing system during the 2017 season, postseason for part of 2018, and naturally, fans were not happy. Manager AJ Hinch, general manager Jeff Luhnow, and Red Sox manager Alex Cora were all suspended by the league and fired by their respective teams. The players had weak apologies. Carlos Correa took on the villain persona, trash can jokes became a trend amongst fans, players on opposing teams were furious, and it was an overall mess. With Alex Cora being manager of the 2018 World Series champion Red Sox, MLB then launched an investigation into that team. And although it did last longer than the Astros investigation, they didn't find anything nearly as egregious as what Houston did. Alex Cora was just suspended for what he did in Houston, and all the Red Sox lost was a second-round draft pick and a video room guy who ended up getting suspended for a year. Yankees players were not happy with Houston and with what they did, and it makes sense when you consider the Astros ended their season 3 times in the span of 5 years leading up to the scandal being revealed. The 2015 wildcard game, the 2017 ALCS, and the 2019 ALCS. How many of those games were altered by the cheating? The Yankees have the right to be upset. Well, it turns out that the New York Yankees may not be so innocent after all. In 2020, DraftKings bettors sued Major League Baseball, the Houston Astros, and the Boston Red Sox, alleging that they should all be liable for the losses of those who bid on games that may have been tainted by the electronic sign stealing, with it later being rejected. With that being said, that doesn't necessarily prevent the Yankees from being under hot water. In that same year, 2020, a judge said that he would reveal a letter written by Rob Manfred sent to Brian Cashman, the Yankees GM, a letter that allegedly shows that the Yankees cheated. The Yankees do not want this letter read and open to the public. Why? Because it would cause significant damage to the team's reputation, according to them. Although that is an argument, it's not a very good one, with the judge saying so himself that embarrassment is not necessarily a strong one to have. Christopher Olsen, one of the DraftKings players among over 100 others who filed the lawsuit, argues that the Yankees did more than just improperly use a dugout phone one time, which was what they were originally accused of back in September of 2017, and something Rob Manfred himself even stated in a press release that same time period. What the league did was fine the Yankees while also hitting the Red Sox with a larger fine for illegally using an Apple Watch to steal and decipher a Yankees catcher's signs. Boston had also accused New York of using the Yankee Entertainment and Sports Network's cameras to steal signs, with Manfred saying there wasn't enough evidence to back that up. So just a ton of finger pointing going around, but the fact that the Yankees have a letter yet to be opened up is certainly intriguing. Over the last year and a half, Yankees president Randy Levine and the team have been fighting against the court who wants to unseal the letter. Well, there's no point in fighting it anymore, as it's looking like it's going to happen, as a federal appeals court has shot down the idea that the Yankees letter should be left unopened. Like I said, U.S. District Court Judge Jed Rakoff had initially ordered the release of the letter, but the Yankees argued against it, making the appeals court take more than a year to rule against the team, and that's where we are at now. What this letter also allegedly has in it is the notion that Major League Baseball hid the team's sign-stealing scheme and swept it under the rug. Very interesting, as we could have another sign-stealing scandal on our hands. For those who don't know or who need a refresher, Carlos Beltran was also someone deeply affected by the Astros sign-stealing scandal coming to light. He had just signed on to become manager of the New York Mets when the scandal broke out, resulting in the team firing him before he managed a single game. Now, Beltran didn't just happen to be on that 2017 Astros team when they cheated. No. He contributed to it, with reports even saying he was the mastermind behind it all. Where was Carlos Beltran right before he went to Houston? The Yankees, a team that has had cheating allegations during those years for a while now. It can't be a coincidence. He's affected the teams he's been on, whether good or bad. As of now, the letter is going to be opened up, with a source saying that it may take 2 weeks or more for the court to release it, because it's expected to be redacted to protect the identities of certain people who are mentioned in it. It will be interesting to see what's in this letter, how serious the Yankees' alleged cheating was, and what the after effects will be of it. Let me know in the comments what you think, and thank you for watching.